I do see a lot of those, sorry, I do see a lot of those green balls of fertilizer, and usually is my conspiracy theory again that is not a real fertilizer, but if usually it has way too much. So let's see what we got. Hello and welcome back. So as I promised on the preview episode, and here we are, and we're going to start with the bigger ones. I absolutely love this vine. It has one of the leaves that is already getting yellow and the oldest leaf, so we're going to cut that off so we can do the repot. And although this looks like it's a good mix that is in, because it's not that crappy mix that usually comes in, I do see a lot of those green balls of fertilizer. It definitely has too much. And I know Alocasias are hungry plants. Beautiful root system. I'm going to try not to disturb this too much. Look at the amount of those green balls. But here's the thing. You see here, you can barely see any of those green balls. They're usually on the outside of the pot. That's what makes me think that this is added at the end. But this is not something that the plant is used to. Yeah, because right now all this stuff that is coming from the middle of the pot, there's nothing coming out of there of those green balls. Look, they're all on the top and on the sides. So I'm gonna reuse some of this water mix for the fact that it's already inoculated, but I want to remove those, whatever we can call them. There's nothing on, they're already out, so that's all I'm gonna do to it. But I'm gonna put it in actually in a little bit of a smaller pot. This one has the drainage holes instead of the bottom on the sides, and it's perfect for the type of catch pot that I'm gonna use. So let me start with the same mix, making sure that I don't have any of that crap in here. First of all, this is a good growing medium because it's very barky, it has moisture retention, but it'll drain really well. It's also inoculated already by the plant itself. I just don't trust those green balls. So I'm still going to add my amendments, which is a bit of systemic earthworm castings because this is fast food for the plant. My slow release fertilizer, which is Osmocote at this time. And we don't need mycorrhiza because the plant is already inoculated and it's going to go in a mix that it has inoculation already. Yeah, because Alocasias in general, although this technically is a colocasia, Alocasias tend to be smaller. They don't get as big, but colocasias do. But I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments below. So basically what I'm doing here is just downsizing the size of the pot, removing those harmful fertilizer additions, and look for corms or anything. And we see that right here we have new growth. So I'm just trying not to disturb it as much, but this came in this regular growing pot. So what I saw that I didn't like was those things that we just removed. Fits much better in this pot, like alocasias prefer to be a little more root bound, otherwise they can tend to root rot.
Is Daddy gonna spank me?
Okay, so after all that smacking, we got probably down, well, will be 95% of the pot. And at this point, because I'm going to smack it some more, that's when I'm going to add another bit of slow release fertilizer, systemic for extra defense. The plant is healthy, it has plenty of self-defense, but a little extra will not harm. We also give it some earthworm castings. And to finish, some diatomaceous earth. This one is great also for against slugs and caterpillars. I know one way that I can bring all these to the top. They are lighter, so if you shake them, they will come to the surface and it'll be easier to pick them up. At this point, it's like there's still too many in there, so I'm just not going to risk it. So I just need a little extra. So to finish it, I'm going to put my mix for aeroids. If you haven't seen it, it's in my mix playlist. And for a catch pot, I found these being not necessarily on clearance, but they were discounted at the W store. And this is a perfect catch pot because I can have a little bit of a reservoir in the bottom, and because the drainage of the growing pot or the pot itself, they can absorb water from there. So let's give this a good water, and that's all I have to give you for this Alocasia, Odora, and Variegata and I will keep you posted as usual with its growth and development. So thank you so much for stopping by. Please don't forget to subscribe and share. Comment, let me know any comments or critics or anything, and they're all welcome. And I will talk to you in the next one. Thank you.